Hello and welcome. This is your February 2024 real estate update for Chino, Chino Hills, and San Bernardino County. Hi, I'm your host, Thomas Ryan with Thomas Ryan Real Estate. I am a Southern California real estate agent based in Chino, California, with a reach of all 5 Southern California counties. In these monthly market updates, I will bring you statistics, facts, and insights with the ultimate goal of keeping you updated and informed about our local real estate market. Should you have any additional questions, always feel free to reach out. You can send me a direct message or feel free to give me a call or text message. I can be reached at 909-334-2049. All right, let's get into the update. Let's first take a look at the active listings for February of 2024 as compared to January of the same year. As you can see in the graph, overall in San Bernardino County, the inventory was up 1%, which equates to about 24 homes. In Chino, the inventory was also up by 4%, which only equates to 3 homes. A slight increase in inventory, active listings in Chino, and in Chino Hills, we saw a decrease in the active listings by 4%, which for Chino Hills only equates to just 2 homes less. As you can see, the change in active listings in all the sectors was quite small. Whether it be an increase in inventory or a decrease, it was very small. Remember, we're comparing numbers from January to February. Looking back in January, you're naturally going to see a little bit of a lull from a hangover from the holidays. Not as many people are going to be putting their house on the market right at the turn of the year. As we head into February and the spring months, we typically see an increase in inventory. So we did see that increase in Chino and slightly in San Bernardino County. However, in Chino Hills, we actually saw a decrease in inventory. And that, coupled with an increase in demand, as you'll see later on in this video, will drive price growth. The closed sales for February 2024 were kind of all over the board. Let's take a look. In San Bernardino County, we saw an increase of 9% to 1,250 homes sold in February. In Chino, we saw a decrease of 17%, which equates to about 6 less homes sold in February as compared to January. And in Chino Hills, we saw an increase by 27.5%, which equates to 11 more homes sold in Chino Hills as compared to January. As we have seen a few extra homes come on the market in January and in February, naturally, we're gonna see the closed volume inch up, especially in the city of Chino Hills, an increase from January to February by almost 28% in closed sales. Clearly, the demand in that city is very high. The median days on market for all 3 of these sectors is quite staggering. Let's take a look. As you can see, for February, both San Bernardino County and the city of Chino specifically had a median days on market of just 25 days. For San Bernardino County, that was down 7.5%. And for Chino, that was actually the same from January to February. Now let's take a look at Chino Hills. Median days on market all the way down to just 14 days on the market. That's down 26% from January alone. Again, clearly the demand in the city of Chino Hills is extremely high. As we've mentioned, we still have a problem with the active available homes on the market being extremely low, especially coupled with the fact that demand is increasing over the past few months. So with that being said, naturally, we're gonna see these median days on market numbers extremely low. So if you are in the market, be sure to see properties as soon as possible. And if you like them, put an offer very quickly because likely they're gone in 14 to 25 days. The price per square foot metric, along with the median sales price, tends to tell us the direction in which home values are going. Let's go ahead and take a look at where they're at for San Bernardino, Chino, and Chino Hills. For San Bernardino County, we saw an increase from January to February, sitting at $325 per square foot. Chino dropped by less than 1%, sitting at $392 per square foot, and Chino Hills increased by 9% sitting just under $500 per square foot at $498. These numbers tell the same story that we've seen specifically regarding Chino Hills, and that there has been a drive for this city, a high amount of demand, a low inventory, and thus these prices of these homes are selling very high. One data point that we can look to understand the health of a market and also understand the demand for a given city or county is the price the home sold for versus what it was originally listed at. In all three of these sectors, it is extremely high. Let's take a look. We saw an increase across the board in the percent of original price received, with San Bernardino increasing to 100% from list price to sales price, Chino increasing to 98.9% from list price to sales price, and the city of Chino Hills, again, right at that 100% mark from list price to sales price. What this tells us is that regardless of the price that the home is being offered for on the market, buyer demand is very high and buyers are stepping up to the plate, on average paying nearly 100% from list price to sales price. I think after hearing all of the data points that we've discussed so far, you probably have a good educated guess about where median sale prices are. Let's take a look. In San Bernardino County, median sales price remained just south of that $500,000 mark. In Chino, they dropped by just 2% to $736,065. And as you guessed it, in Chino Hills, up 2% to $952,500 for the median sales price for that city. As we have seen on a number of the graphs previous, there hasn't been a lot of large change from month to month, whether it be increasing or decreasing. With that being said, one thing is true, that median sales prices remain strong, and anecdotally, especially in the city of Chino Hills. One of the main driving factors to buyer demand over the past 2 to 4 years has been interest rates. And to help us better understand what's going on with interest rates in today's market, I've enlisted the help of my preferred lender, Beny. Take it away, Beny.
Our interest rate's going to come down in 2024. So this is the biggest topic of the year. Everyone is anticipating when our interest rate's going to drop, as many people have been on the fence. I'm Beny with Movement Mortgage. Here is your latest update when it comes to mortgage rates, now that we've been through the first couple months of 2024. So we saw in the end of 2023, going into 2024, a nice dip to interest rates, about 1% drop. This brought a ton of buyers back into the market. However, what happened during February were based on some economic reports that came out, mainly tied to inflation and also tied to our jobs market, is our economy is showing that we are pretty resilient. Even though we believe that there is some pain coming, we do believe that unemployment is going to rise. Now, what the Fed is doing right now is they are watching to see what is happening with the job market. Until we start to see some more negative sides to the job market, we are going to see rates plateauing. Right now we are hovering in that high 6s to low 7s, where about 3 months ago we were close to 8%, so a nice drop. This has brought a ton of demand back into the market, but there are still a ton of buyers on the fence waiting for rates to drop more. Now, when is that going to happen? So we have some big indicators coming up in the next couple months, but as of right now, I expect rates over the next month or so to be pretty flat. Again, there's still a ton of people back into the market right now. My expectation is as rates continue to trickle down, we're going to see a lot more demand coming into the market. What I am seeing right now with a buyer in this market is most homes, if they're priced accurately, is we're starting to see multiple offers on pretty much every home. So depending on if you're a buyer now or waiting for rates to drop more, just know that the repercussions of waiting are more demand coming back into the market, which means home values are going to continue to increase as many people are fighting for such little inventory. That's my mortgage market update for this month. We'll touch base with you guys next.
Thank you so much, Beny, for all of that insightful information. And speaking of insightful information, thanks for joining us today. And we hope that we are able to bring you some insight and information that is valuable to you. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button and consider subscribing to the Thomas Ryan Real Estate YouTube channel. As mentioned earlier, if you have any additional questions about your specific situation, always feel free to reach out. Until next time, have a good day. Bye.